And hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Today is going to be an interesting day. As you can see, we are not doing the stream that we are doing that I said we're going to be doing before. Thank you, Pansy. We are going to be instead trying to figure out some stuff for my drawing style. Because I've been looking back at some of my drawings, and I feel like that something about them could be a little bit better. So we're going to see what we can do about that. But first, I'm just going to go ahead and get into today's schedule so you guys know what the hell is going on here. Oop. Alright, so here we go. This week we're going to be dialing everything back a little bit. Because I have realized that I like Wednesdays off. And you guys have probably also realized that I do not keep my Wednesday streams for very long. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make Wednesdays a free days for me. So this doesn't necessarily mean, hello Cyber. Doesn't necessarily mean that I won't be doing things on Wednesdays, but I'm at least not planning to do anything. It's just a thing I should be saying at least. Because like if my friends wanted to do stuff on Wednesdays to like streams, whatever that day, then I can plan something with them probably. But I personally am not going to plan anything to do during Wednesdays because I like having that day to myself. And that also that day to spend some time with friends as well too. So it's one of my free days basically. Yeah, it's basically replacing the Fun Time Friday thing that I had. It's basically what Friday's streams are going to be is basically what would be there instead. Which I didn't really have too many ideas for Fun Time Friday anyways, or free day as it was. So yeah, literally Wednesday is just my new free day. But now if you guys will also see though, Fridays are now going to be my Steam stream days. So those are going to be the days that I'm going to try to do all my streams and first looks on for the most part. So yeah. We'll see. We'll see about what happens during this Wednesday, though. I'm unsure if things will happen or not. We'll see. No more Octodad. I mean, we'll bring back Octodad later. It's fine. I just specifically wanted to do something different for this week, so I'm just gonna run down a list. Mega Dimension number Mega Dimension Neptunia V2. Continuing that on. Hopefully, we'll get caught up to where we are in the story, and finish the Zero Dimension on that stream. That would be very nice. Scree. Thursday, we're gonna be doing more Mori. We're gonna be playing more of that until we beat it. We should have everything set for the next boss, so we'll start off the stream by finishing that boss, and then whatever else that may come after that. Friday, our Steam stream is going to be Devolver Bootleg, and I specifically made it Devolver Bootleg for this stream because it's April 1st, and I couldn't think of anything to like joke you guys with or juke you guys with. Or try to, like, you know, pull the rug out from under you, whatever kind of thing, you know, the jokes that they do on April Fools. I couldn't think of anything. So, we're just gonna play a bunch of, we're gonna play a bootleg version of the Devolver games made by Devolver. Which I'm pretty sure was already an April Fool's joke when they made it, so it might work out. Because I know there's a couple of game developers and stuff that have done that kind of thing before. Where they've actually, and also make sure that this is going through like that. Okay, yeah, cool. But yeah, I know there's a couple of the game developers who do that. They've done like a thing where they've made a joke game and released it to the public. I know they did that with Lovers of Aether. I realized after I played that that was an April Fool's joke. So yeah, that's what's going to be going on for Friday. I've also always wanted to try out the Devolver Bootleg games, so this is the perfect time to do it, I would say. Starring OnlyFans, and then post uncensored capics. Oh god. Damn. That's way too much effort. I don't have that kind of effort to do that. But yes, it's a funny idea though, I like that. Alright, and then Monday we're going to be going back to doing, hopefully, this time for sure, the Rainbow Monochrome reference that I've been wanting to do for a while now. But that's after I figure everything out for today. Only beans. Yes, speaking of beans, my art style is a thing that I am currently now working on. So today's stream is going to be focused on just trying to figure out what I want to do with my style, because I've looked back at some of my recent works that I've done in the most recent years, and I have noticed that I'm not completely happy with all of them, honestly. So I want to see if I can try to fix that. So like, I have a couple of examples of like things I want to try to work on. Like I think, yeah, the Kirby forms thing. Like, I really like this picture. Like I like the fact that of what I did with Victoria and everything, and the fading with the hair and everything, but I just can't help but feel like there's something missing. And I'm not sure if you guys feel that too or not. And I kind of, while I was looking back at my other drawings, I started to realize what it might have been. And so going back to the old drawings, like how I used to do Kirby forms back before was I did it like this. So you guys will recognize this is my traditional style that I'd done before. And would you look at that? There's shading. Isn't that such a novel concept? You know, not using shading and not flat color. Who knew that I would have actually made drawings look better? Corey having existential crisis with his own art. Yeah, basically, that's kind of what happened, honestly. So yeah, I couldn't help but notice. I'm just like, huh, I actually really like how the shading looks on all of these drawings that I did back in the day. So I might try to at least bring that back more into more of my drawings. But not only that, but I've also noticed, well, actually, yeah, I'm almost gonna bring it back to this one. Like, you can see I tried this before. Like, I did this before with Victoria's drawing digitally, and honestly, I like how it came out. I managed to make it so that, like, the shines had, like, some kind of... The shines and the shadows worked with the whole thing. And it took a lot longer. I will admit that. It took a lot longer than I thought it was going to originally at first, but it came out very nice overall. Yes, one of my favorite pieces, indeed. Shading is too much work and we don't have the time for them. You see, that's what I thought too. All because we look back. Yes, indeed. This was mostly because we did look back at the drawings again too. Like, I couldn't help but notice it. And yeah, like, I think that's the other thing too, is once I started making more drawings for content, I started to get a lot more lazier and started to try to work a lot more efficiently with everything. As you guys can see with this kind of drawing. Like, this was very quickly done on stream. Like, I did this and a couple of other characters, but either way, I still think the way that I work with drawings is I always draw cute things very effectively. Like, I've done chibis before that have looked very nice too. I've done little Kirby form thingies like this too. Like, cute is definitely my style. But that doesn't necessarily also mean that I don't want to just draw only cute chibi little figures. I also want to draw humans. Because I have a lot of characters who are like that. So I also looked back at what I used to draw of my characters, and here's a little old reference for Crystal. She just looks a little bit different, obviously, now, but there's something here that I couldn't help but feel like might have actually helped. Because there was a point where I kind of changed up the style a little bit of how I drew characters. You'll notice especially with like Victorian Vert, I started to kind of put a little bit more like muscles around some of the parts. Like around here and here. Like, I started to make it kind of like, you know, more shaped like these anime figures. And I'm not sure if the transition from anime, or from like this cartoony like kind of style to anime, was something that was either gonna hurt my drawings or not. So that's one of the things I also want to test out today. Is I want to compare the two styles and see what if one works better than the other, basically. Because if this works better, I might revert back to this. Because I honestly don't mind the straight lines and everything on things and how simple everything looks. Like, it works. It works for what I was doing with it. But I also kind of like, I don't know, some of the muscle definition. So I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see about that. She's too small. She'll need to be bigger. Yes. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts going into all of this. Is I'm gonna try working with some of those stuff. So I'm gonna go back to this little thing here, and I think I'm just gonna start with a simple drawing of a guy, just a regular guy. I'm also going to draw. Oh, whoops, not that. Get off, get away. I'm gonna put a little rectangle in the back first, so it's a little bit easier on the eyes. Or a female, I'm not sure. Because I have a lot of female characters, so I might do a girl instead. I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah, we'll do a basic female sketch. And we'll just start drawing things and seeing how things work. So, I'm going to draw full, kind of just like, you know, full top to down figure of it. And yeah, we'll see how things work out. Alright. Okay, that's still on the drawing layer, that's right. Alright, sketchy pen. So yeah, how was your guys' day today? Now I went through that whole entire spiel of what I was doing there. Or, like, basically just my thoughts of going into today's little experimental stream here. That's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Down, 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 down. Maybe a little bit more. There you go. I have a splitting headache. Oh boy. It sounds like kind of like how what I was going through before. Damn, man. Hope that clears up. I've had those before. They are not fun. So yeah, first I'm gonna kind of just draw how I usually do, and I'm gonna draw like the more simpler style. Right after it. And again, I kind of want to give the hips a little bit more definition. I'm gonna try to keep them a little bit just rough too, because it's supposed to be a quick little sketch anyways. Oh, hold on, my parents are calling me. I'm gonna quickly be right back here. Okay, I'm back. They're just asking me if I wanted to see something real quickly. As you're trying to figure out your own art style, I'm considering doing the same as well. It's an interesting little experiment, like just trying to figure out like what things work and what things don't. Basically, like that's basically just what I'm doing right now. Is I'm trying out the method that I'm doing like right now with it, and seeing if that is something that I want to keep doing or if I want to revert, basically. Because you don't really know what things work until you kind of put them side by side like that. Because, like, yeah, again, see here, like, the way I've been doing the ankles now, I've kind of been, like, putting a lot more focus on the calves and everything. Like, there's like the thigh part, and then there's the calf going into the foot. Like, I've been trying to do more of, like, you know, trying to make it look more like, you know, a natural human body. But I'm not sure if that's gonna work or not. We'll see about that, though. Yeah. The main thing that did spur this whole thing on, though, was just me, like, looking back at my drawings and being like, I actually kind of like how they looked. Like, they still hold up, somehow. So, I wanted to see if that is actually something that's true or not. Like, if that style could still work today or not. Because I thought it was, like, childish at first. That's why I was trying to pull away from it and start drawing a little bit more slightly realistically. But then I decided to realize, oh, I kind of have a cartoony style. Maybe that's okay. You know? Because I've seen a lot of people's art styles and stuff online and everything, and I do like how cartoony some people's things look. So I guess that's the whole thing, is depending on whether or not I want to try to strive for realism a little bit more, like realistic cartoony style, or if I want to just go full into the cartoon stuff. Because this will ultimately decide whether what my characters and style and everything is going to look like in the future. So I want to figure this out now while I have the chance. Let's do these size boobies. There you go. Make them bigger. This is a simple little human. I don't need to make it too extravagant. The one thing I at least do like a lot about my style, though, is the face. Like, the face has never really changed too much with my stuff. It's always kind of stayed this way. Ba-na, ba-na, ba-na-na-na. Though the funny thing too that I did notice about my style at one point too that changed is the eyes. Cause like the eyes actually did change for like a good while. Cause like you guys notice how these like are like more elongated ovals, while the ones I did before was just they were kind of like that, but they weren't like nearly this big. They're actually, a lot of my really older stuff, whoops, was like more circular actually. Wow. Also, again, the thing with the head, it just always bothers me sometimes. Why do I always draw them so much more bigger than they need to be? And just to make it simple, we're gonna give her a ponytail as well too. No, I totally don't have a thing for ponytails. Actually, it would be kind of up this high, I think, right? Yeah, I think so. Because yeah, the eyebrows would be right about here. There you go. Very, very simple. Oh yeah, let's save this as well too, why don't we? Draws. Character drawings. There you go. Corey starts to dream by drawing Jessica. Well, not necessarily. Just a girl with a ponytail. You must always draw your character's big brain. Maybe not that big brain, though. Since drawing girl with a ponytail is now draw Jennifer. Well, of course. Well, I probably will eventually. I just need to, you know, figure out what the hell I'm gonna be drawing her like. Also, I do think I need to make the head a bit bigger. Yeah, because the head's usually about that big on them. Yeah, the proportion control is always probably the hardest part about doing drawing stuff like this. I would say that's about right, though. Like, for a basic human body, I would say so. Oh, wow. Wow. Alright, now, because I'm lazy, I'm going to copy this. But I'm not going to take everything, like, as it is there. I'm also going to be using it as a base. Just so things are a little bit easier for me. Ah, whoops. Let me lock that in place, because apparently that likes to move on its own. Here we go. Alright, and then this will be the basic female sketch reform. The head on Metopia pretty much describes her perfectly. Yeah. The only difference between me and her is that she is much fatter. Ah. I might make her hair a bit darker. Okay. Alright, so now again, we're going to do about basically the same thing that we just did here. Also, actually, I'm going to reference back to this real quickly, just for a quick little thing here. So I've started to do faces kind of, you know, just like curving down like this. Like, you know, just like... They just kind of curve down like that. That's basically how I've started to kind of do it. But before, one of the ways that I did the heads was, oh, let me put this on a new layer so I can get rid of it later. One of the ways I did the heads before was I went out, dipped in, had a little bit of a bump where their cheek was, and then it went toward the rest of the body. I don't know if you noticed that in some of the other drawings as well, too. Probably not nearly this pronounced, but I definitely had something like this, at least. But you can see there's a difference with that. And I kind of like the straight-on look more, because I feel like that's more how a human head looks from that angle. You don't really see the cheeks that pronounced. Though some cartoon styles do it like that. Jennifer's the only one of the triplets that kept her natural hair color. Ah, I can see that. But that's like something I did with them before too. I don't know. I kind of like both face dynamics because there's like a difference in the shape of it. Cause like here I'm gonna like do like a little diagram here to kind of show off the differences here. So yeah, one's more like that, and then the other one's more like that. Oh, maybe not like that. More like... Yeah, more like that. It's basically literally the difference between the two head shapes. I'm unsure which is better. I'm not sure if mentioning my character's random live stream gets annoying at times. Oh, that's fine. I get that some things, like, you know, spark a thing in you, so it kind of like reminds you of it. So I get it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know though. I honestly like both styles, so I'm unsure what to choose between them two. I'm kind of leaning more toward the other one though too, because, like, you know, I did have the little dip right here too before, but it still was kind of mostly straight down for the most part. I keep going back to that. All right. Anyways, let's get back on track with this. I personally like the newer head style, but that's just me. You mean like this one here? I get that. Like, I kind of like the slimness of it. Petra's time. Time to go back to that game now? Yeah. Okay. Now this tile is gonna look a little bit different for sure. It's a pretty good game, honestly. Now, it might be because I'm mostly drawing over it, but it is looking better for some. Again, this is like how it kind of looked before. Wait, this is her left arm. Yeah, so the thumb would be right there. Alright. Where's my cursor? There you are. Now again, it is mostly because I drew over it, but there's something about it, right? I'm not the only one thinking that, right? Did you play your champions either on a free day or stream? We could do that. Because I don't think I've done Puyo Champions on stream yet either, so we could do that probably for a Wednesday. I think the one thing for sure that'll tell me whether or not it does work is if I did line art and the line art of it. I feel like the line art would definitely speak more toward this kind of thing. I'm also, if I do line art of this, I wonder, I probably should put clothes on her, right? At least like a basic outfit. But yeah, there's something about it. There's something about it so far that is like ringing to me. All right, basic female clothing sketch. It's not bad and it's simpler. Yeah, I like how you have more leg detail in the newer version. Yeah. Again, like that's the thing. I'm not sure. Like it's straight edged in the old style, and that's, you know, again, that's just because that's how I drew it. They have very straight appendages, which for the most part the reason why my art style looked like that too back in the day was because I went from drawing Sonic to drawing humans. So a lot of Sonic appendages look like that before. I kind of just transferred them over, and that's what it came out to look like. Also, I know many cartoon styles that use straight appendages, anyways, so it's not that hard. It's not that, like, you know, uncanny, I guess I should say, is what the word is. Yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna quickly draw these little clothing things on them. And then I think once I do the once I make the line work, there'll be like a clear thing to see here. But I feel like every artist experiences at some point in their life, right? They look at their style and they kind of question, is this what I want to do? Is this something that I want to continue doing like this, or do I want to try something completely different? Because again, I'm kind of opting towards the old style again because, like I said, I feel like I draw better when it's simpler and cuter instead of more, you know, realistic like this. And just so I don't have to do as much stuff, I'm just gonna give her socks. And I'll do the same thing for this person. Basic female clothing sketch reform. I personally don't have an issue with the arms being straight lines, mainly because drawing arm muscles are a pain in the ass. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of learned how to do it. Like, again, for the most part, it's mostly just like an ovular shape, and then another like kind of ovular shape, but like going into the hand a bit. Cause like that's how the arms usually kind of look, is they have like, you know, the muscle right there, and then this part's also a muscle, but then it goes into the bone of the wrist, and then the rest of the hand comes out like that. Like I've gotten used to doing that, but the question of today's stream is it worth it? Is it worth doing that? Or would simpler simply just be better? Ba-ba-boom-boom. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm trying to put it, yeah, in like the same identical spots, so it looks completely identical. Mm-mm. Yeah, I think it looks a little bit better at least. Now she's not completely naked. I've been asking myself that for about a decade. Yeah, right? Yeah, honestly, I feel like it takes a couple of people a while to figure out what their style really is. Like, that's basically what this whole exercise is right now, is just, it's me just trying to figure out what is my style. And is it something that I'm happy with, basically. Alright, now let's do line work. Basic drawing. Let's just do basic drawing 1 and basic drawing 2. Let's just list them as that. Ba-da-doo-doo. Oh, whoops. Na 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 na. And now, is this a good line to use? Maybe 3 would work better. Maybe. Because again, like how my old stuff used to go is the lines were pretty thin on all the things, but there were still clear lines between everything. So I think 3 would work out pretty well for this. Keep in mind also this is on a 2K, so I think that would work. I haven't shared some of my old drawings that I made way back in the day. Oh yeah? That could be interesting. Da-ba-da-da. Alright, so let's see how this works out. I'm done with this theme. I'm unsure if I need the full main theme in the on my playlist or not now. I felt like I kind of needed to out of obligation, but there's a lot of themes used in Hat in Time that kind of reflect the leitmotif of the main theme. So I'm not even sure if I entirely need it. Do 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 do. And then usually I have like a half thing underneath. There we go. Yeah, I think once I see the line work of both of them like this, next side by side to each other, I'll be able to see everything pretty clearly. I'm gonna kind of draw like that one too, so there's not too much of a difference. Work tomorrow? Yep. I'm gonna keep the hand simple like that too. I've kind of gone for more simpler hand designs anyways with my things. It's mostly just a test anyways, so I don't need to go too crazy with the hand details. Also, again, I might opt for that in my new style because I kind of like the glove-looking hands. To be honest, there's something about it I like. Though there's some things that the glove hands don't really work with well. And that's obviously rings. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I would probably need to draw the hand like that. Yeah, tomorrow night would probably be better for that. Yeah, that looks good enough. Maybe just draw a little bit of a thing for the thumb here too. There we go. Hands are always hard to do, no matter what you do, no matter how you do them. It's just something you gotta get used to. That's fine, yeah. Ah, shit. Dun, dun. Must always avoid the hands. Yes, they are quite troublesome. There we go. But yeah, I do see what you mean though, Pansy. Like, even just drawing out the legs, I'm just like, I do like the form of them. Okay. And that's all of it, right? Looks like it. Okay. Okay, now let's do the other one. And then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna try out some shading styles. Like, I'm basically gonna just take over the drawing style I did before and see what I can do with the coloring and shading on it. Legs are a beautiful part of the body. They must be done justice whenever possible. Indeed. Okay. Wow. The other thing I noticed too when drawing on digital is my lines usually get a little bit messier because I can't really draw as smoothly on this thing as I could traditionally. But I make it work. Sometimes, at least to get a smooth line, you just need to go fast, is what I've learned. Like, the more that you linger on a line, the messier it kind of starts to look. There's also just some curves that you can't really do too much justice with how you draw them. Ah, the eyes are a little bit different. Whoop. Nope. Whoop. Just to practice drawing feet specifically. I don't know if we need that. The feet are usually always covered up anyways. I don't think that's necessary. I will say though, I did struggle with feet for quite a while. There's evidence when I tried to draw what was it? It was something with sandals, I think, before, right? Oh no, it was drawing Cody's feet, that's what it was, because he was in the summer outfit and he was barefoot. I remember that day. I remember that day. Da 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 da. Yeah, that looks... no. Okay. Better. Just forget that line right there, obviously. That can be fixed. Let them go barefoot every now and then. It's comfortable wearing shoes all the time. Well, they're wearing socks right now. Besides, most of the settings I draw them in don't require them to remove their shoes or socks, so... I forgot if I mentioned I was going to get rid of that or not. I'm pretty sure I did. Wah. And wah. And wah. And wah. Oh, whoops. There you go. A little bit better. And then line. Even drawing straight lines is hard enough. Okay, I think that's all of it. Alright, comparison time. Woo woo woo. Bonk, 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 bonk. Now, this is obviously before I cleaned up all the lines. So, bear in mind that information. Still want VR the characters. I don't know how to respond to that. It's definitely different, right? Oh wait, hold on. I forgot one small little detail. There we go. It does make a difference though, for sure. A very small difference, but... I don't know, there's something just pleasing to my eye personally. Just seeing more straight curved lines rather than lines that, like, you know, curve a bit and then go straight, or then curve one way and then curve another way. I don't know. They just seem to flow better, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's like what I'm kind of like thinking of, at least. Oh, I also didn't realize this too. Doesn't look like she has no chin. There you go. But there's something about it. There's something about the old style that calls to me. Like, not only is it easier to draw because I don't have to worry about fucking limbs and shit, but like, it just seems to flow better somehow. Right? Am I alone thinking that? I think it's because almost of how straight it is that it actually flows better. Yeah, older one does seem to work, right? It's kind of wild to think about that, huh? Here I am trying to advance when I should have just regressed the whole time. Because I've been looking at, like, you know, how the muscles and everything look on some of the characters that are done like that. It just looks off to me. Like, I would say the only thing that I would do, like, you know, the muscular stuff with, is I would actually use it to accentuate characters who have those features. Like, Cassandra, she would have the muscles. She would have the rounded, like, you know, curves to all of her little muscle parts there. But basic people, like, you know, with, like, just, like, a regular fit build like this, I think they would just have this slim looking figure like that, like just line. So yeah, alright, I'm glad I figured that out. Glad that I had decided to work on that, because that is a revelation for me. That's a revelation and a half for me, honestly. Who knew the way to progress forward was to go back? All right, now we're gonna mess with some other stuff, because again, I feel like it's best if I do stuff like this to kind of progress further in this thing. So like, again, the shading style I did for this is pretty nice, and I want to kind of mimic how I did it here with this Kirby stuff, because like, look at this looks amazing. Love this. So I'm gonna take like kind of like the same kind of principles I put into this stuff and then just put it into Victoria real quickly. And see how well it works. So let's do Victoria shading. Hooray for not progressing. Right? So that's going to be interesting to go through with some of my art stuff now. Thankfully, most of the character stuff I've done for my things are references. They're not like finished drawings. So I can still reference that kind of stuff like that. Like, all the references are at least still not going to go to waste. But I might have to retouch some things that I've done before in the past. Okay, so... See, like, how I did it with this before is... One thing, too, I've noticed, I'm not sure if you guys can see it either with this, but my coloring style is on traditional is pretty unique. Because, like... Also, again, too, if you do look closely at some of this stuff, you will see how rough some of these circles look. But when you look at it back, it looks kind of smooth. But yeah, so like if you look closely though at my shading, you'll notice that because of how I kind of color things, it's like I don't use the full weight of the colored pencil for the most part. I just use a light bit of it. And I just keep coloring over that thing over and over on that one part until it looks nice. And then sometimes I add black like in this one. But there's some parts that look lighter and then like whiter, and then some parts that look more black. But they still have like, you know, it still has the color of it on it. So that's kind of what I kind of want to do with my thing too, is I want to just make the whites and blacks kind of fade that much with it. Okay. So for this we had to mess around with this thing a little bit. All right. So yeah, first we're focusing on the shading, which I'm gonna do by going into the drawing and boop and boop. I'm gonna focus on these things first. Which, admittedly, the drawing or the stuff to do this on here is a little bit more it's a little bit harder to do on digital than it is on traditional. It's like one of the main things that differ with this kind of thing. But also I didn't put a example up on here for it, but I did used to try out the two-tone shading before for drawings like these, and I just didn't really like it too much. I think they look a lot better with just a full range of shading to them. And I remember the main way I did this before too was I kind of like did the bottom part and like that. Yeah, and that's the other reason I pulled the thing here up for this, was just to see how I did the shading before again. Because yeah, the original shading was like done lightly on top of it, and then I did another one which was an overlay version of it. Because the overlay makes it so it kind of puts the color back into it. So in this case too, this would be probably about a quarter of what it's supposed to be here. Hello? Okay, thank you. Again, it might take a little bit to get all the little parts in here like this, but This is usually how I did it before. Oh, I'm doing it on the drawing. I was like, why is it doing like that? There we go. I need to put you on here. Select. There we go. Like, it mostly only takes a while because I have to select around everything, but it's not too bad. It's just a lot of the same commands and motions that I have to do. But the actual act of, like, you know, brushing the shading over it is, like, actually pretty good. Actually, yeah, let's do it up before that part. Well, actually, no, we can work with this. Oh yeah. And then, of course, one of the things I like especially doing with the eyes as well, too. I'll have to cut out the little part right there for the white parts on them. But I remember always doing this with the eyes as well, too, as I always give them that bit of a thing over, too. Which actually, I think it would be something... I think that would be on its own thing. Eye shade. Because usually I kind of do have it like a little bit more blacker. So it looks kind of like that. Of course, again, you know, without that one part. Also, I'm gonna fix that in a bit, but... Oh wait, I also forgot to expand it. Wow. Okay. I'm really gonna focus on these little top parts right up here. It also works a little bit more with the thicker brushes too, but I have more room to kind of get around everything, so it makes things a little bit more easier. Wow, 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 wow. I forgot about the glasses. Okay, to expand. I wasn't sure. Again, the last thing is this little thing right up here. Actually, the gem would have its own reflections too. So yeah. But that's something else I've noticed about a lot of my drawings, though, especially looking at them in the past. It's just like the more effort that I put into the drawings, the better they come out. So I may as well just put the full effort into all the works I do. Because ultimately, they do kind of end up coming out a little lazy if I so make them like that. I think this is already looking much better than it had before. Now let's put in some lighting. Which the lighting always looks a little bit different, mostly because it's usually just the straight white lines throughout everything. Apparently that's actually like that. Okay, that's fine. I like that. I'm wondering if those shines should be like that or not. Or maybe more like... I don't know, I'm kind of experimenting to see how they might look. Not necessarily think you need that. Maybe on this thing though, because it's like a steel thing. Wait, also maybe on the glasses too, because the glasses are reflective as well. As again, like, yeah, I usually have these like hard shades where, or these hard highlights where on things that are reflective like that. Now let's do the other method I did before too with this. So the eye shade is kind of fine as it is. But let's do with the shading here. So duplicate this layer. Put it over it. Make it 100%. And then this one's going to be an overlay layer. Oh. Interesting. It makes it a lot more intense. I don't know if it needs to be that high though. Let's see if I can maybe... Yeah, what if I make it the same amount? It adds a little bit more depth, which I do like that. Does it better if it's over it? Kinda, actually. And there we go, just like that I revamped a old drawing. Actually, let me, again, because the gold crown probably is a little bit reflective too. I'm gonna put a little bit of a hua on it, like a you know, like a hua, or a hua. I like that. Okay. Actually, yeah, maybe something for the little top bar over here too. Actually, let's see if these might be a little bit too much or not. Wait, do we? Ooh. Overlay looks kind of cool on some of it. Actually, let's try something. Duplicate this layer. We're gonna make one of these an overlay layer. Yeah, because I'm thinking some of it looks better with the overlay, and then some of it doesn't. Like the hair, I think, looks better with the overlay texture on it, but the eyes and the thing up there, maybe not so much. Alright, here's what I'm going to do with this. Also, the reflection of the glasses maybe too, because I think I kind of... Actually... Yeah, the reflection of the glasses you wouldn't even be able to see without that. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, and then this. Beedle-deedle-doo. I gotta just guess that really up. Okay. And wait, and then if I just mask it, it'll be like that. Yes, perfect. Okay. Damn. I know, right? Doesn't it look way better? Honestly. Like, again, compare this to before I started shading this. Like, there's a difference. There's a difference for sure. I think it looks way better with the shading. The only thing I need to do, of course, is add the little shadow thing underneath her as well. Which that's easy enough. That'll literally just be an ellipse. Down, down, out. Of course, this thing isn't fucking white. So I need to do that. But at least with this though, I'm kind of trying to make a point here. Like, more effort go into drawing, better it come out. Is kind of the thing I'm doing with this. Yeah, let's make it like 50. And then make the spread maybe 25. There you go. Actually, no, let's make it the spread 2. 25. Wow, lazy. Well, the shadow works. I mean, there's another way I could do it, but I'd rather not do it that way. I feel like this kind of encompasses what the drawing kind of looks like anyways. Also, because of how it's projected on her, it would actually be a little bit more like that. Ba-da-da-da. But yeah, we need to do that for sure though. Drawing, donk. Select, modify, expand, coloring. Give it that white. There you go, all better. The med pack. Yes, I fixed it. Don't worry. Best Kirby has gotten much better. Yes, indeed. But I think this is kind of like the thing I'm gonna be doing for most of my like this is again. I also wanted to figure this out, so I wanted to know how I was gonna be shading and coloring in the future too. And it seems like this is the best way to do it. Yeah. So I do the regular shading at 25, and then I put another copy of it over it as an overlay layer. And then the highlights of it. Oh wait, the highlights. So the lighting is 100% as it is here, like, you know, these things. So there's some parts that do look better pure white, and then I also duplicate some of the stuff that I do with that and make it 100%. Anyway, no, that's 100%, and then I duplicate some of the stuff on there and then make it an overlay, and it works pretty well on most things. A lot of it looks like it is trial by error, but for the most part, it all works out fairly well together. I may or may not go back through some of my other old drawings at some point too and do the same thing. The whole revamp treatment with the shading and everything. Because some of them I just feel like would look a lot better. Like, at least like I know at least for sure I'm probably going to do this with the with the Neptunia people, with the Neptunia goddesses at least. I think I might go back and revamp them with this shading style. But I'm not sure about some of the other drawings. Like most of the drawings I did in flat color, I feel like would just look 10 times better if I did this shading style to it. Like, honestly. So I might do a series later on Blue Draws where I just go back and revamp all my old drawings. I'll at least definitely still do the fox thing first, but I do want to do that at least. The shipping art between them. Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, there's a couple of shipping art that I did flat color with you guys. I can't remember exactly what all went into all of them. But yeah, I'm glad I figured that out though. Because like again, too, like this is kind of the same shading style that I did with this drawing, as you guys can clearly see here too. I even did, you know, the same thing with the overlays and stuff on this too. Yeah, like, there's not too much reflective stuff on here, except for, yeah, like that and that. Like, literally, again, I did everything just about the same here as I did in this. I forgot that I also got other brushes on here too. Oh, I'm gonna while we're doing this, like this whole thing here too, I'm gonna show off some of the brushes I have, because I did forget about some of these. Okay, so here is, wait a minute, let me switch back to black. Hello? Maybe that one doesn't work. Redraw, revamp. Yes. Oh, wait, am I on? Oh, I'm on erase. That's why. B. So we got. Oh, is it because it's because it can only be an eraser? That's what it is. Okay. So the first little thing is, of course, I got the basic drawing tool. This is the one I always use. This is the one I basically always use. We also got a rough pen. Actually, hold on. Let me, yeah, so I can show them all up on screen. So this is, I got this thing from Kyle's manga, so that's good. That's what these are kind of all based on. So this is the basic one right here. This is basic rough. This is basic variable. Okay, I was supposed to like, what is the difference in that one? This is basic variable softer. This one is crisp. And then this one is edge. So as you can see, they're kind of used for like a plethora of different things that you could maybe use too. I also got some filling pens. I'm just gonna draw that up there. That's fill basic, fill blocks. Fill box. I figured most of these can probably be used for, like, you know, maybe comic stuff or something like that. Fill circles. Fill circles small. Fill classic. Fill classic 2. Doesn't it though? That's diagonal fills. I forgot about that. Okay, that's what it was. So the filling things work a little bit differently because they actually depend on your how well you press down. So like this is a full press down with it, so this is a very light press down. So yeah, these things could be used to like, you know, fill in stuff for like manga panels basically. It's pretty cool, honestly. I like these pens. I've been meaning to like use them in different stuff again, but I just don't know when to do it. FX lines as well too. Wah! Like the FX lines are pretty cool too. Like look at that shit. It's pretty cool. Broken lines. Ooh. I like those too. Jump around. More broken lines. Jump it down. Jump around. FX bursts. It's like those things. Okay, so if you want to do like a little thing like that. Crazy lines. Whoa! Whoa. Okay, that's a little bit too big. Some of them are pretty cool though. I like these honestly a lot. Crosshatch. Short burst. Newsprint grit. Pencil. Yeah, it kind of does look pencil-y, honestly. Yeah. But yeah, they're like I've thought about making comics before. That's why I kind of like downloaded all these little pen things like this. I'm kind of curious what they could be used for. Alright, but yeah, I'm probably not going to also publish this little thing up here. This is mostly just me doing an exercise to see whether or not the old style was better or not. And I kind of think it is. So I think we're going to stick with it going into the future. We're gonna do straight lines and beans. Just like how it was in the good old days. Playing to draw from Marvel. I don't know about that. Like, I don't even know how to use most of those pens yet, or what kind of things they could be used for. But I bet you they could be used for a cool amount of things. Yeah, for the most part, I mostly just use that basic first pen. I usually use that basic pen for just about everything I do. There are some that have, like, you know, like crisper edges or something like that, but I'm not sure if I necessarily need anything like that. The fill ones are really cool, though. I have to say. Especially fill basic. Let me look at this again. Like, yeah, again, depending on how hard you press down on it is how much of it gets kind of like filled like that. And that's really useful, especially with the black and white. It's very useful for a black and white kind of comic style like that. Which I've been meaning to do. I've been meaning to do stuff like that. I have ideas for comics to do in the future. It's just, you know, I have a lot of other things on my plate. Going back to 2012, let's go. Yeah. Has it been that long since I posted those drawings? I did post them in high school, so that was around the time that I drew them. Man, we're regressing 10 years back in time to what our style used to be back then. That's pretty nutty. Yeah, again, there's just something I like about number 2 right there. There's something I like about it way better than the current style. It just flows and looks so much better for some reason. Alright, so yeah, this is just me messing around with stuff over here, so... I think, yeah, what I'm mostly gonna do here is I'm gonna re-upload this. And I think that's how I might do it too. I think I might keep the regular drawings as they are. I'll just label them as flat color, and then I'll just re-upload the shaded versions of all of them. Again, I don't know if I want to. I don't know which ones I'm gonna try to revamp maybe at some point, but I definitely do want to shade a lot of them. A lot of the ones that I've done in the past. Here, I'm gonna open up on oh right, I can't do it on here. I need to do it on another one. New window. Because that would have screwed up the other thing on here. Hey, you guys should only still be seeing that. Cool. So yeah, I'm looking back at my drawings at least. Again, like I said, I definitely want to do this for the goddesses. And while I'm at it, I might even I'm not gonna redraw the lines like my current style is now. I think that's a little bit too much work with how it is. But there are at least some changes I want to do to maybe at least verse specifically. Especially because I'm looking at the two drawings and man, why is Neptune's chest bigger than Vert's? That is not right. I was using the reference material for Neptune's and I'm pretty sure it was about that big, so yeah, I definitely need to size up Vert for sure. It's something that that was an oversight on my part when I was drawing it. I might do this with the chows though. I might do this with the two chows I drew too. The Valentine's Day drawing could use a revamp too, especially with how plain everything looks on it. I think that's the other thing that's the other thing I didn't really like about the flat color style is that everything looked very plain. When you have shading and like gradients of stuff going across the whole place, it really adds a different whole view of depth to everything. Yeah, I at least say for sure probably the Valentine's Day one. I know you did, Pansy, and honestly, I didn't think she needed it, but comparing the two, yeah, she definitely needs it. And you both mocked me over it. I did mock you over it. Like I mocked you because you always want the chest bigger. So I made it where it was just like, oh, there it is. Like completely oversized, but she did definitely need it bigger. So yeah. Of course, apologies on that. But yeah, I'm gonna revamp the Valentine's Day special probably at some point. Maybe even the other Kirby drawings, because the other Kirby drawings could probably use it too. Probably also definitely the IF thing too, because I feel like that could definitely use some shading to it. With how with how basic the colors are on Zuka, I don't think I need to do anything for the Merry Christmas, at least. I think she actually works with flat color. With how bright and simple her color palette is. She actually works with flat color. Might revamp Neptune. And I think I also might revamp the Halloween stuff, maybe. Other than that, I think everything else should basically be fine as it is. Oh wait, the Pride Month. I just remembered the Pride Month one. The Pride Month one would look so much better with shading. So I might do that. Actually, I think I remember talking to myself about this before if I said I was going to do the shading again. What we're probably going to do, I'm not going to save the other ones for holiday specials because, you know, obviously that would take way too long. But Pride Month is slightly coming up at some point. It's at least sooner than most of the other holidays. So I might wait till Pride Month this year to revamp the old Pride Month I did and just update it with a new number, and then it has shading on every one of the characters. That might be what it was. Well, I'm waiting. What? What you mean for me to say? I did say I'm sorry. Like, honestly, I didn't think it did at the time, but it definitely did. But yeah, I think that's going to be my big next project for at least the Pride Month this year, is just to revamp that one, and I might do the other ones over time. The shading didn't take too long actually in this video, so I might be able to do the other Kirby forms at some point in the future, and of course the other ones too. Again, I might just make a revamp series on the channel for a while, just to redo some of these little things here and make them look a little bit better, because it would help me in my state of mind, everything and how to do it. At least personally. And also, since we did fully color her now, I wonder if we should put a background on her. She could probably use it, right? Here, let's see what we can do with this. I'm unsure what you're trying to get out of me, Pansy. I'm sorry. The purple looks kind of nice. Maybe a different purple though. There you go. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good for her. I just need to change this ellipse as well too. This is actually going to be, yeah, it's going to be black instead. And I just need to make it gradient, or I just need to change the opacity on it. I'm actually a genius. You shouldn't dismiss me immediately. I mean, I know. I realize I made mistakes. And that you are, of course, sometimes right. Of course, I'll be taking your thing into actually more serious input. Okay, there we go. Opacity 20, probably 25, right? There we go. Yep. Okay. Oh, yeah, especially now with the background and everything on it, I think you can kind of see the coloration of her hair a little bit more too now like this. I liked it a lot though. There's something about the shading that's just so cool on it. What do you mean sometimes? I'm almost always right about shit like this. I'll say though, I will listen to you more often. I will actually take it into consideration because again, a lot of the times with Eve, especially when it comes to the Opie, I just feel like you're mostly I wouldn't say that you're just joking around. I would just say that, you know, I feel like I don't need to take it as seriously, but in that case, that was one of the cases I did need to take it seriously. I just didn't realize it in the moment. Yeah, I did also listen to that, the perspective change. Yeah, because that was definitely something that was needed also to be addressed with that while I was drawing that. Again, it wasn't until I started coloring it I was just like, yeah, they need to be bigger. Yeah, no, I did take that into consideration too. Either way, I'm gonna be redrawing and recoloring those things when I revamp it. So, it will get fixed. Verge boobs will get the upgrade that they so deserve. Yeah, I think the joking size I did was actually the size it should have been. Funnily enough. Especially considering the model that I was using. Either way, it'll get fixed. It will get fixed. Do not worry about that, guys. Also, actually, yeah, the signature I think would, in this case, would be better if it was white, because of all the dark background on it. Even black kind of makes it out, but the white definitely stands out more on it. There we go. Bow, bow, bow. Probably should have wrote it a bit more seriously rather than my silly all caps rant at the time. I'll accept partial responsibility. I mean, that's fine. Like, it was kind of both of our faults, to be honest. I wasn't taking you very seriously, and there was things that could have been done to make it sound more serious. At this point, I'm just kind of very much used to your all caps ranting. The slimmer waist makes the tits look even bigger. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. I just kind of wanted to give her, like, you know, the I kind of wanted to give her the full picture basically, because she kind of does have that in the games too. Yeah. If anything, probably too. I'll probably be in the call with you guys when I do that again. But yeah. Also, I'm just drowning for time at this point. I'm basically done with all the exercises. I figured out everything that I needed to figure out with this whole exercise now. I figured out that number 2 is the way I'm going with going forward, and this sitting style fucking works like immensely. Actually, not see there's only one thing I want to touch up on in this one, and that is this one up here. Yes, this one. I'm just gonna bring you down a little bit more. There you go. Now I can see you through all that. All caps always makes things better. I mean, it does definitely grabs attention, I will say that. Yeah, the side view from a female body makes the waist... Yeah, that's right, yeah, because instead of viewing it like, you know, like this, it's viewing it like that instead, so yeah, it is smaller. It's just, you know, you'll be able to see more of the butt in the back. But yeah, you're right about that, though. And that's something that I'm still kind of figuring out with the poses, because a lot of times I'm usually either drawing front ways or I'm drawing sideways. I guess I don't really do too many characters in this 4-3 pose. Is it called 4-3? I'm not even sure. In like, you know, the diagonal pose, but I'm getting used to it. Yeah, it's all about how the camera angle is perceiving it. Yeah, 3 chords, that's what it was. I was saying 4-3. It's 3-4. Yeah. But yeah. It can be tricky. Yep, it can be indeed. Alright. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna be... Actually, there's only one other thing I want to try out with this before I call it quits, for sure. And it's not that. Hold on a second. I need to change the colors on this. Is this the black part up here? Okay, yeah, good. I wanted to try this out. Let's see. Skip the song. No, it's the best song. Also, on a more crucial note, number 1 or number 2? You guys like the faded background or not? It makes like a slight difference. Just very slight. Faded? Okay. I do want to change the color on it just ever so slightly, though. You guys can call after this. I'm going to bed after this. I have work. Actually, yeah, this is better, I think. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna stick with this then. We can call tomorrow so I can show more old art of mine. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be able to join a call tomorrow at least. Just not tonight. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna export this now that I'm done looking at it and checking over details of it. Boom, 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 boom. But yes, I'm very glad for the things that I have decided to do with myself today. Things are looking up for me now as an artiste. Okay, finished drawings, Kirby drawings. All right. Yeah, it's about almost 10:30 now anyway, so it's a good time to stop. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I have made some revelations in today's stream, and I'm very happy for it. And I will now continue going with this information going forward. Hooray! The gaming live streams, like I said from before, this is all going to basically be the new schedule for the most part. I'm going to be doing 4 streams per week, maybe 5, depending if we want to do things on Wednesday. We'll see about it though. I'll be updating whether or not that we do anything like that, of course, on Twitter, if you guys would follow me there. So, I'm gonna end it back on the screen again here too. Yep, like if you liked it, subscribe and follow if you wish to see more. And if you wish to see more art that I've done like this in the past, I'll have the Blue Draws playlist down below. Hopefully we see some more cool things like this as well in the future. Lesson learned. Yes, indeed. Lessons have been learned. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow for the Neptunia stream. Bye-bye now.